Good morning, everyone. Let me get my screen shared and we will get started. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so if you all could do me a favor, could I get a thumbs up if you see the actual presentation mode of this PowerPoint? I want to make sure I'm sharing the right screen. And I can't see anybody. All right, I see something in the chat, the Q&A. Thumbs up, thank you. And let me work on some settings here. 2 seconds. Okay, so I have enabled the chat. Everyone should be able to ask their questions in the chat, or you can post them into the Q&A. So if you've got any questions, do that there. I am operating solo today, so it is quite possible I might miss your questions. But definitely do what you can to get my attention. Raise your hand, put it in the Q&A, put it in the chat. All right, we are done with that one. So let me share my screen again, and I will then get started. Officially call this meeting to order. Okay, you should be seeing the presentation mode of the Connect All AZ Navigating the New Website webinar. Here we go. So thanks for joining. My name is Kelly Crucy. I'm the Community Engagement Manager here for the State Broadband Office. Very excited to demonstrate today our new website. This is a part of the Governor's Office initiative, and under her leadership, we have launched a new website, which is very exciting, that demonstrates and highlights all of the broadband initiatives happening in Arizona. So we'll take a look at that. All right, so moving forward, here is the QR code. If you want to use your cell phone, you can pop the website up right now. And then if the other me could plug the chat, actually I can do it right now, I'm trying to plug the website into the chat so that folks can follow along. Chat, here we go. All right, there's your link as well. So we'll go do a quick overview of the website, take a tour through it, demonstrate some of the key features, and answer any questions. But our ultimate goal here is to make sure that everybody is familiar with the website, knows how to use it, knows where to get the information. And for those who are in the call who might be from ISPs or potential BEAD applicants, the old URLs work as well. So and you'll see that here, it's the azcommerce.com/broadband that redirects to the Connect All AZ, which is where all of the pre-registration and applicant information will live as well. All right, so let me share a different screen and we will get right into the website. All right. Except I lost myself in the tools. There it is. Share the screen. Okay. Can you give me a thumbs up or a yes in the chat if you are seeing the Connect All AZ website or something else? Are you not seeing the Connect All website? Thumbs up, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to change my cursor here so that you can follow along with what I'm going to take a look at. All right, you should be able to see my cursor now. It's red. and it's a circle. So we'll follow along here. So this, again, the new website, new logo, a nice welcome from the governor's office. And then the second thing here is about BEAD registration, the pre-registration process. We also have our Arizona State Broadband map, which is a new map that has been released that is open and viewable to the public. And then if you keep scrolling down, it highlights the different initiatives. So we've got the BEAD program, our digital equity program, ABDG, the Arizona Broadband Development Grant, Middle Mile, the Rural Broadband Development Grant, and then also the Connecting Arizona Engagement Tour, followed by news. So there's a lot of information on this first site. I'm going to scroll back up here. All of what's down below is available up at the top in the navigation. So the navigation for the page is at the top of the screen. And no matter which page you click on, this right here where it says State Broadband Office, this is always your home button. So this will always return you back to this site that we're on right now. Under this first tab, click the little caret, and it lists all of the initiatives. So the BEAD program, digital equity, ABDG, Middle Mile, and the Rural RBDG grant. These are all listed here, and we're going to start with BEAD. We are in the midst of BEAD right now. The application window is about to open, so this is really pertinent information. So this is where, if you are a potential applicant, if you want more details, more information, support materials, this is all accessible here. And the new layout is quite nice. So it lists the broadband, the BEAD program, the description. We've got the timeline, and these are tabs right here. So you've got your timeline, the action plan, and this is kind of going in order. So the action plan was the very first thing that we did, that we submitted. Then there was the initial proposal. We had initial proposal volume 1 and volume 2. Both are here. The challenge process, so the details from the challenge process are here. And then the subgrantee application is here. So for those who are interested and who are potential BEAD applicants, this is where the timeline is as well. That application window is January 6th. That is a recent change. It was December 20th. It has been pushed to after the holidays, January 6th. And that timeline is outlined here. If you click this Get Started button, it takes you to the grantor portal. This is where all BEAD applicants are directed to start that pre-registration, which must be completed, which is mandatory to have completed that pre-registration before applying for the subgrant. And that will open on January 6th. So if anybody is interested in submitting an application, the pre-registration has to be done first. And this is the page for that. Then the last tab here outlines the webinars. So for instance, if any of you are on the call today from an ISP or a potential ISP as an internet service provider, potential BEAD applicant, these list our webinars, and later today we do have our pre-registration office hours. It's a half-hour Q&A session. All potential BEAD applicants are invited to attend, ask questions, and these are general and technical questions. General questions relating to that pre-registration process and technical questions related to the portal. So the details are there, and then all the recorded webinars that we've hosted live here as well. So you can click View More Webinars, and it will download the webinars that we've been hosting. So if you've missed something, they are recorded and archived on the page as well. All right, let me do a quick check. I don't see any questions. So again, this comes from the initiatives. We're looking at BEAD right now. We also have digital equity, which has another beautiful page here. And this outlines, you've got your digital equity plan here with the strategic goals. Back at the top, you also have the community conversations. And this is where the recorded webinars and meetings live as well. And this is where new webinars and conversations and the invitations will live as well. Back to the initiatives. We've got the ABDG, which is the Arizona Broadband Development Grant, the Middle Mile, and the Rural Broadband Development Grant as well. Clicking through, we're going to move toward the right on this navigation pane here. Looking at the maps, this is the new map that's been developed through our office, through one special individual. who we want to say thank you to. So a lot of time went into this. As an exciting map. And this essentially shows the unserved and underserved locations in Arizona. So you can type in a specific address here at the top. You can see I have been playing with this. I've typed in my own address. I typed in the Arizona Commerce Authority. You can type in an address, look at your own home, look at homes in your area to see what is the status. So when I type in, for instance, for this business right now, not serviceable, which is, again, this is more than one businesses, probably not the best example. I will use my own address. All right, here we go. So for instance, for my home listed here, it is a served location, and it shows you here the fastest advertised download and the fastest advertised upload. And it also shows the available providers in the area. Cox is who I use, and this shows the speeds that are available. So again, this is my address. I am in a served location, but you can also scroll out and check all parts of the state. So it's an exciting map to have. And in this About section up here, all the details that you would need to know live here. How this map was developed, what the data sources are, the terminology, and a little information about the Arizona Commerce Authority and our initial proposal, Volume 2. And an interesting, or not interesting, but important thing to note here is that this map is very different than this map. So if you still see my screen, right here is the Arizona Navigator portal. And this is what was used during the challenge process. This is also what is being used, what we use for market sounding, for feedback on our project areas, and also what we're using for the application process. So this is where the information lives as far as project areas in the state, and how the state is being broken out into projects and tribes and counties. So these maps are different. This is one that is used at this point with the potential BEAD applicants. And then this is the one that's public facing. Anyone can take a look at. Again, all coming from our website here. So we're going to continue moving right into community outreach. And right now our outreach is focused on the BEAD pre-registration and the application window opening up. So we've listed here our previous engagements. You can see for the past year where we've been, what we've been doing. We've really been trying to visit all corners of the state, make sure everyone, all counties, all tribes are aware of this program. And again, if you're looking for webinars for current BEAD registration, you're going to find that on the BEAD page here on the webinars tab. Then we've got the resources tab as we continue moving right. And these are the broadband resources. So we've got NTIA resources, FCC, Internet for All, and Broadband Now. So these are the broadband resources, the Connecting Arizona Engagement Tour, the broadband map, all resources to help you stay connected and get information at a state and federal level. And then the About page, we've got two smiling faces here, both Sandeep and Aaron, the primary points of contact for broadband or digital equity. And then, of course, if you are not on our mailing list or you would like to be added or know somebody who would, this is where you can sign up to get added to our email list. All right, so that's kind of the overview of the website itself. I'm going to stop sharing and reshare the PowerPoint. Okay, so I think you are seeing the PowerPoint. You should see the timeline. If you do not, please let me know in the chat or the Q&A. But looking at this timeline, again, I had mentioned earlier that with the BEAD pre-registration and the application window, that application window did change from December 20th to January 6th. So this outlines that timeline a bit more. You can expect to see that those final project areas, for those on the call who are potential BEAD applicants, for those to be released close to Christmas. That window will open here, on January 6th. And then moving further down through the year, we'll have a public comment period, all leading toward that final proposal being submitted to NTIA at the end of August. So the two important ones here are final project area determination and that sub-grantee application window opening on January 6th. As always, our contact information, if you have questions, these are the two best ways to reach us. That broadband inbox is monitored by everybody in the office. Everyone has eyes on that. And then that's our phone number as well. So we try to maintain and respond as quickly as possible. And that is it as far as the website demonstration. So I definitely want to make sure if you've got any questions that we're answering those, you can plug those into the chat or into the Q&A, and I'll read them out loud. And while I wait for that, I'll plug in one more link here. And that will be for today's Q&A for potential BEAD applicants. Okay, on this page, which I will share in the chat. These are upcoming webinars. So that actually takes you to that BEAD page. You'll click on the webinar tab and you can sign up there for the pre-registration Q&A. But I don't see any questions, so I will say thank you to everyone who attended, and we will put this recording on the website. Again, if you have questions, please do reach out to us at the contact information on the screen. I appreciate your time today, and I will see you offline. Thank you.